Welcome.
You are watching Line Screw 1. Well, hello tubers. Hope you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy YouTube universe. Today I figured I'd talk about one of the things that I accomplished in the last few weeks as I'm slowly getting ready to sell my RV in the springtime, or late winter, I guess. One of the continual problems of RV owners is that these shower pans, and for that matter the entire bathrooms, there's a lot of plastic, and as you know, plastic goes yellow, at least most plastics go yellow, because of UV light and oxygen over time. And when you walk into a really old RV, it's one of the obvious things that you see in the bathrooms, especially because of all the plastic fixtures. Now my RV is a 2008 and I've owned it, what, 9 years? Over 9 years? So over the years, the shower pan has gotten yellowed, and I even had a small little crack on the edge that had to be repaired. So for months I actually figured, well, what is the easiest, cheapest way of fixing this that I get the best results with the least amount of effort and the least amount of cost? Because of course you can replace the pans if you can find an exact replacement that'll fit. They run between $200 to $300 typically for just the pan, and then of course you're stuck doing all the physical work of replacing it, which is always an option. You kind of have a few other options. If it's just yellowing that you have, bleach and water, hydrogen peroxide, you may have mixed results or streaking, but if you get good results from that, you're good to go. But I wanted it really nice and white and fresh and clean looking. So what I did after thinking about this for quite a while, because this is actually a flexible surface, when you stand on this shower pan, there's a little bit of flex when you put the weight of a human being on it. Sorry, the shower was just used, so it's a little bit wet. So what I decided to do for the pan, I first fixed the crack, which actually it's not even on camera. You can't even see it. You can't even tell that there was a crack. It was a couple inches long, and you only noticed it when you stood in the shower in a certain position, but I wanted it sealed and dry and fixed properly. So I first used a 2-ton epoxy, those epoxies where there's two different materials that you mix together, and I let it cure for 24 hours, and then I decided to get going on the actual pan. So I used a bunch of frog tape right here, available almost everywhere, and this was the magic goop, Flex Seal, because it is flexible. It is a flexible rubber sealant, and it is water impermeable, and it is available just about everywhere, so I did that. This is, of course, a textured surface, I guess to avoid slipping and whatnot. So I frog taped the edge and spray painted. Now, I will tell you, it is a nasty smelling product in a confined space. Thankfully, an RV does have a vent and a fan, but even then, it was pretty noxious to deal with, and of course they warn you on that. So make sure your pets are outside. It takes several hours to cure, and I would not set foot on the pan for at least 24 hours. Give it a really good time to clear. You also might want to score the surface with an orbital sander. Make sure it's clean and dry. You got no grease or weird things, and just spray it, and use the frog tape to delineate the pan from the rest of it. And then what I did was I put frog tape on the back side and feathered it in with a Krylon all-purpose paint that actually works for plastic. Make sure you buy something that actually adheres to plastic. And frog taped it again and did the entire pan. Feathered it in really nice. You can't tell where the actual leak seal ends and the paint begins. So the entire pan is looking pretty bright and fresh. Of course, don't forget to frog tape your drain or remove it, or whatever you want to do to block it off so you don't spray paint over that. So that is what I did. Cheap, easy, basically took a couple days, because the first step was repairing the cracks with the oh, there's my phone, with the epoxy, letting that cure, and then doing the rest of the pan, and then the following day doing the edging. So that is the cheap and easy way of fixing this problem. Now, it does create another problem in the sense that, I'm removing my, for those of you who aren't my regular viewers, my RV bathroom is French Parisian themed because I believe Paris is a shithole. Trust me, I've been to Paris. I like France, just hate Paris. So don't come down on me for you French people out there. I like your country, just hate your capital city. So I have a whole bunch of decals that I'm peeling off, and this is kind of the remnants, so it looks a little discolored, and that probably could use a little bit of hydrogen peroxide treatment too once I scrub all that off. But I'm peeling off all these Parisian themed stickers that I'm sure the next person won't want, so I'm thinking ahead there. Trust me, you probably don't want it. So, yeah, I'll be doing the rest of it. But what stands out now when you walk into my bathroom, and I have LED lighting, so it's a lot brighter than the stock lighting that was fluorescent when it first came with it, so that's why it looks really nice and bright. The sink now looks quite yellow in contrast, so I'm going to have to do something about the sink basin and the faucet, because it was about the same shade of yellow as the shower pan, and now it doesn't match. Now, of course, I got a brand new toilet. I'm actually sitting on the brand new toilet. I replaced it a couple years ago. It's nice and bright white, so the idea is that the bathroom will look fresh and clean. Even got a brand new shower curtain. And what I do like about this strategy, just keep in mind, if you actually do this in a year or two, or depending how often you use your shower. Remember, I'm a full-time RVer, so I use the shower at least once a day, sometimes twice. So this shower's been used a lot in the last 9 years. So for the average RVer, probably not so much that you're going to use the shower. Some people don't even use the showers at all. But if you get some scoring or discoloration or anything should happen, all you need to do is mask again, put another coat or two of leak seal, and you're good to go again. Very simple. That leak seal is going to be sold for years. Always going to be available. Easy to repair or fix should it discolor again or whatever should happen. So that is my 2 cents worth. Here, I'll give you the little tour here of the Parisian bathroom. For those of you who haven't seen, see all these stickers that I'm removing. They're all coming up. I had a big Eiffel Tower there on the bottom. So yeah, c'est la vie. And over here, of course, my picture of the Seine Parisian. This I don't mind. The stickers obviously gotta go, and you can tell it's a little discolored because of the years. And I think just a good scrub and some hydrogen peroxide, and that will be super white. But getting back to the actual basin, see how you can tell how this is, of course there's a lot of shadows here because of the camera and the lighting, but you can tell how it's a little yellowed. So I'll first try to treat it with hydrogen peroxide. If that don't work, I may have to repaint the entire basin or even replace it. Same goes with the faucets. But anyway, that's how she looks, and it turned out quite well. Got any questions? Put them in the comments section. I think this is a cheap way of restoring your shower pan, because I really hate those really old RVs that have super yellow bathrooms. It really doesn't have to be that way. You have a few options, and this is the option I chose. Anyway, put your comments down below. Hope you're doing well. Talk to you soon. Over and out.